thanks for listening. This is Brian Hurley from Business Performance Improvement. The podcast Lean Six Sigma Bursts are short lessons, comments, Q&A, and insights. If you have a question, send your question through the Anchor app, and we might feature you on a future episode. Or contact me at biz-pi.com. In this podcast, I share a clip from the book chapter I wrote for Lean Six Sigma for Good, Lessons from the Gemba, Volume 1. The chapter was called Applying Lean Six Sigma to a Nonprofit Fundraiser Conference. Net Promoter Score, or NPS, is becoming a popular approach to determining true customer satisfaction, instead of just using the average of a 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 scale. I explain how I calculated NPS for the Zero Waste Conference I helped set up. By the way, this entire podcast was spoken by AI using text-to-speech from 11 Labs from the words I wrote. I uploaded samples of my voice from some of my training classes, and it created this AI voice. The technology is getting really good, so I wanted to test it out on the second podcast in a row to see what you thought. I'll include a link to the book and a link to 11 Labs to learn more about this AI technology. The key to establishing an improvement program within a nonprofit or for-profit business is to measure your results. Surveys are popular approaches to gather data, especially for events and conferences. We created a short survey to see how we did. Net Promoter Score, NPS, is a popular way to determine if we will likely gain support and word-of-mouth recommendations for future conferences. Although not often mentioned as a Lean or Six Sigma tool, it is a great indicator or customer metric that can drive the need for improvement. We included one question to measure our NPS. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend the next zero waste event to like-minded friends and family? Figure 3 shows a bar chart in the book with the results of the Net Promoter Score question. A definition of how to calculate NPS is provided by Wikipedia below. Those who respond with a score of 9 to 10 are called promoters and are considered likely to exhibit value-creating behaviors, such as buying more, remaining customers for longer, and making more positive referrals to other potential customers. Those who respond with a score of 0 to 6 are labeled detractors, and they are believed to be less likely to exhibit the value-creating behaviors. Let me pause for a moment to tell you about our sponsor, Creative Safety Supply. Creative Safety Supply is a great resource for free guides, infographics, and continuous improvement tools. I recommend starting with their 5S guide. It includes breakdowns of the 5 pillars, ways to begin implementing 5S, and even organization tips and color charts. From red tags to floor markings, it's all there. Download it for free at creativesafetysupply.com/5S. Responses of 7 and 8 are labeled passives, and their behavior falls between promoters and detractors. The Net Promoter Score is calculated by subtracting the percentage of customers who are detractors from the percentage of customers who are promoters. For purposes of calculating a Net Promoter Score, passives count toward the total number of respondents, thus decreasing the percentage of detractors and promoters and pushing the net score towards 0. An NPS can be as low as -100, every respondent is a detractor, or as high as +100, every respondent is a promoter. A positive NPS, for example, one that is higher than 0, is generally deemed good, and an NPS of +50 is generally deemed excellent. Figure 4 in the book shows the summary results of Net Promoter Score questions. Using this definition, we calculated NPS as follows. NPS equals percent of promoters minus the percent of detractors, which equals 70.3%. Then we subtract 11.1% and end up with 59.2. Our score of 59.2 would be considered excellent. I'm pretty happy with the score, but I know there is more we can do to increase the score next time.
Whether you work in a manufacturing company, at a hospital, within a government agency, or volunteer at a nonprofit organization or NGO, continuous improvement is necessary and essential. For the past 25 years, I've been helping organizations implement Lean and Six Sigma methods into their culture. And I've compiled all this knowledge into the 7 best practices that are essential to any organization. If you sign up with your email, you will receive a link to the YouTube video, you will receive an audio podcast, and a summary document you can download. The video takes less than 30 minutes to listen to, and it will help you fully leverage the power of these methods and ensure your organization has a solid improvement culture and foundation. Go to biz-pi.com and look for the 7 Continuous Improvement Best Practices document.